Staging Christmas is a pretty good film. This was released in 2019. It's directed by Amy Barrett, written by Anna White, and stars Soleil Frye as Laurie, George Stults as Evan, and Mia Clarke as Maddie. And Evan hires Laurie to recreate the Christmas scene that was in his home when he bought it, because she had originally staged it. And she realizes that they can have the best of both worlds because she's trying to find a very homely, warm, inviting atmosphere for her work's Christmas party. So she says, "Yes, I'll stage your home to look like it did when I staged it for Christmas if you let us have the office Christmas party here." It works for both of them, and Evan's young daughter Maddie is delighted by this because, first of all, it's a lot of Christmas, and also because she really takes to Laurie. And we have our potential romantic relationship between Laurie and Evan. I think their relationship was very believable. Sometimes with Christmas rom-coms, the relationship can be very unrealistic and I find it hard to buy into it. But with this one, I feel like everything developed really naturally. Nobody was overreacting. Nothing was over the top. And that all worked really well. All of the characters were really likable, and I feel like the narrative structure was great. There was something that maybe wasn't as interesting as it could have been, but it is a spoiler, so I will leave that thought for the moment and come back to that with a spoiler warning in a little bit. It is very festive. There are a lot of Christmas decorations, a lot of decorations, and some Christmas carols, and some Christmas gifts, and hot drinks. It definitely, if you're playing Christmas rom-com bingo, there'll be a lot of things you can mark off with this one. I found it to be really delightful. The characters are very likable. The narrative is pretty much without problem, but I'll discuss that with the spoiler warning in a moment. And it's very festive. It ticks all of the boxes for me. I really enjoyed it, and if you haven't seen it and you're looking for a Christmas rom-com, then Staging Christmas is a pretty good one to go with. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So spoilers from now. I'll go into a little bit of detail, not a tremendous amount of detail, but it will spoil the ending of the film. With something where it's not really a problem, but I was anticipating something that never arrived. So spoilers from now. Usually with this kind of film, there'll be something that happens in the final or towards the final third of the film, or in the final third, where one of the characters does something that the other character doesn't like, or they're really dissatisfied with the way the story is going, but that never happened. The only thing that did happen was that Laurie was offered the job. Now, that in itself is technically a problematic thing for her potential relationship with Evan, but because it's a good thing that happened, it never really felt like proper conflict. It was more just the case that Laurie had two good things to choose from, her job and a potential relationship with Evan. Which good thing would she choose? So there wasn't really a decent enough conflict for me to really enjoy that part of the narrative. I was waiting for there to be a problem, but all things considered, everything's pretty perfect for all of the characters. Everything just goes swimmingly from start to finish, and I feel like it needed something. Just something little to make it a little bit more interesting, or for the problems to be a little bit less positive, because at the end of the day, it's obviously a difficult decision to make, but you're being offered a relationship or a job. They're both really positive things, and I feel like there needed to just be something a little bit grittier, a little darker conflict. It's not the end of the world. I still liked the film, but I feel like it just needed something. And I know a lot of people don't like films that are basically perfect for the characters and where there's no opportunity for them to develop or overcome these problems. So that's just worth bearing in mind. But other than that, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Staging Christmas was an absolute delight, and I'd be very happy to watch it again.